What's up, guys? This is Hakeem from IGM Middle East, and we're now looking at TitanFall, the beta. And this mode is called Attrition, which is similar to Team Deathmatch from Call of Duty, as we all knew, or obviously in Battlefield as well. Now, there are three different modes in this game. There's Attrition, which is a Team Deathmatch, or in this beta at least. And we have the Hardpoint Domination, and we have also the Last Titan Standing. Now, obviously you're gonna get some extra videos for the other modes. Right now we're looking at Attrition, and I just stomped that guy to death. Some important factors you need to look at in this game. There are two important things as a player. First thing is the pilot, which is how you are as the infantry, and you're basically this elite soldier that has a lot of maneuverability around the map, the jetpack that allows you to double jump. And there's the Titan that you're gonna get to call in like 3 or 4 minutes depending on what's your kill streak. Now, the more players you kill, the more time actually goes down on the cooldown, and allows you to actually get your Titan early. Titans are not always important for the objective of the game. Sometimes in hardpoint it's always hard to get the Titan inside the location, so you always need to disembark and take out the or capture the location, capture the hardpoint yourself. And yeah, you can always put the Titan on autopilot and make sure that he defends that location for you. What we're looking at right now is a flawless game. I managed to flank a lot of players and do a lot of maneuverability around the map, where I used to always look for some good vantage points, and I ensured that they wouldn't really track me down. Every time I make a good kill, I just move to another location. I'm using the R101 C assault rifle, and well, basically I have the silencer on, so I make sure I don't show up on the map. Usually in this game, if you just see a big circle representing the pilot in this game, you always have to look for them, whether you're a pilot or whether you're a Titan or a pilot. And that's not really a very good thing. Even though you'll be losing some damage using the silencer, or at least the max range will be reduced, it's a good it's a good risk, or at least a good opportunity cost to actually survive the fight and make sure that you maneuver the map around. Now, I'm using the 40mm cannon on the Titan, and even though we get to stomp some Titans ourselves, this guy forgot to leave him on autopilot this whole time, and now he's paying the price. It's actually important for you to always keep an eye out for the Titans themselves, whenever they eject from a Titan that's being doomed, or when they're actually shooting you right now. Now, I noted that this guy's probably gonna have to flank me from the other side, so it doesn't show up for me. It's gonna come from the corridor. There he is. Keep your eyes out for the rooftops. That's where basically the pilots are usually gonna be when the Titan's around, and that's when they're most dangerous. You can easily jump on top of you and rodeo the Titan, even take out the core, expose it, and shoot it with his assault rifle or whatever weapon he's using. And the worst part is it doesn't take down the shield. It just immediately takes down the health bar of the Titan. You guys are noticing that this is a much faster paced game than we're used to, which is very similar to Call of Duty and how I like it now. In comparison of this game between Call of Duty and Battlefield, the one thing I can actually say is players that played Call of Duty would actually feel much more familiar to this game than Battlefield. One thing is, even though there are Titans in this game, it doesn't really count as a tank or a jet fighter that is similar to those that we're used to in Battlefield. But in Call of Duty, it's a much faster pace, the feel is almost the same, not to mention that the makers of this game are those responsible for Call of Duty 4 and Modern Warfare 2, which in my opinion are the only Call of Duties that mattered and the best ones at it. They do a really good job in combining a Hawken feel of mech warriors with infantry soldiers, but I also have to admit it feels a lot like Mirror's Edge and Crisis 3 or Crisis 2, if that's another way of saying it, since the pilot can cloak, he can mantle over objects a lot better than any way we ever used to. Even some Unreal Tournament has a feel for it, with the double jumping and stuff like that. Now, I'm really enjoying this game, and as you can see, I'm having a great game as long as you know how to position yourself around the map, get a feel of the maps, understanding where the pilots are going to be, because they're actually a lot sneakier than the ones here. So look at this guy. I knew he was gonna come back and try to get me with an anti-Titan weapon. I just had to cover the exits of that area, and I managed to shoot him in the face with one shot. The 40 millimeter cannon doesn't really get a good splash damage on the pilots if you don't hit him exactly, if you hit the vicinity of him, but it is a one-shot kill. Now, look at this guy. He just cloaked, and he's completely invisible to us. He's invisible to grunts, specters, and titans. Pilots can actually see him. They can see a foggy specter of a guy around him. Um, so it doesn't really work against pilots, but it can work against titans and AI soldiers. You would wonder why the AI soldiers are there. Now, basically, this is a 5-on-5 or 6-on-6 map, and the maps are massive. All right. I would actually feel extremely bored not having anything to shoot for a good 3 to 4 minutes, because the maps are extremely big if they have to scale it between the pilots and the titans. But the AI soldiers actually give it a good feel. They don't really do a lot of damage to you, but they can take out your titan if you're careless. If you're not really moving and you're being an idiot, you're probably gonna get stomped even by an AI soldier. But AI soldiers have an important role to do towards the attrition mode as well, because taking out a titan can give you 5 points, taking out a pilot can give you 4, but taking out a specter or an AI soldier like a grunt gives you 1 point. Alright? They're easy to kill, so on average you should be able to kill more AI soldiers than killing, for example, 10 or 15 pilots in this game. They're more maneuverable, they have higher HP and stuff like that. Now look at this guy. I've been having a cockfight with him this whole time, and since I knew that he got the vantage point, I managed to run out to a different area and just make sure that we can take him out from a different angle. I get lucky that this is a decent vantage point where not many of them actually notice where I am, and I get to take them out. Now that's the guy I've been trying to kill this whole time, but he's been going up and down, parkouring his way out. I had to be quiet with this titan. If I actually took a shot, he would know exactly where I was and just take me out in one. Now I have a chance of taking him out from the back. And the anti-titan weapons are actually amazing. Some of them are extremely balanced, but need time for you to lock on, but do extremely high damage. And some of them are like a missile launcher assault rifle, right? The one I'm using is the lock-on missile. It does some decent damage to his HP and takes out his shield, which is amazing. So all you need to do is position yourself properly. We've won this game, and we're going into the epilogue now, where the opposing team that lost is about to evacuate. Now they're waiting for 24 seconds for the evacuation dropship to come in, and our objective right now to get as much points as we can and XP before the game is over, which is awesome. It gives you like a single player multiplayer feel. Is take out the enemy soldiers before they get on the dropship, and if possible take out the dropship before it manages to get out. You can see here how hard it is to actually make a shot, but when it does, it's just extremely sexy. This guy is one of the last pilots around, and he just EMP'd me with his arc grenade that other pilots can use. It's pretty effective against Titans and other electronics. Alright, so we have pilot kills 14, Titan kills 2. I got some nice assists on some other Titans as well. Minion kills are the AI soldiers, and which are very effective for attrition as well. Very proud of this flawless game. It's my first one thus far. Hopefully I'll be getting a lot more. Here's some challenges that I just finished right now. And I gotta say, this was awesome. The sense of achievement is amazing. I hope you guys liked it. For more information, check us out on IGN. Peace.